Good day, gamers. Fortain here, and welcome to episode 20 of Minecraft StoneBlock. Hello, everyone. I'm doing well, and I hope you're doing well as well. I'm just currently culling through some of the in-progress chickens that I've been working on here in Minecraft StoneBlock. Getting ready to produce some more 1010 chickens. Working on some more crossbreeds. Boop, slime hat. And I just wanted to clear out the dumpage chest. Oh, we got a blue screen, a death hat. Nice. I just wanted to clear out the dumpage chest of some of these kind of in-progress chickens for the intro today. But yes, hello everyone. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. Today is hopefully going to have a nice amount of combat in it, not just culling chickens. But my plan for today is to actually make our first trip to the Nether. We've been kind of prepping for a bit. Okay, chat. We've been kind of prepping for a little while, working on a few machines, working on getting access to the mob imprisonment tools so we can capture some of the harder to find mushroom hat, harder to find and harder to fight enemies that are in the Nether, specifically the ghast, just because they can be somewhat of a rarer spawn, and the wither skeletons, because as always, wither skeletons are, you know, a pain in the butt to find because you have to go to their specific biomes. They take a while to spawn because you have to keep clearing out everything else that's spawning within the Nether Fortress. And then they tend to have a low drop chance for the wither skulls that you need to make withers, to make nether stars, and all of those things. So like I said, we've been working on some stuff to be able to get access to the mob imprisonment tools so we can then bring creatures back and create a mob grinder to be able to do such. Make it easier to grind up their drops. For the moment, we'll be starting off, as we usually do, with some chicken breeding. We've got some 1010 chickens here to hatch up. We've got conductive iron. We've got a tin chicken, and we've got an aluminum chicken to all get up to 1010 here. We also have a bit of a surprise from when I have been creating some 1010 chickens, specifically the slag chicken. I did not know this at the time, but it kind of makes things much easier in their way. When you breed two slag chickens together, you have a chance of getting a rich slag chicken. The rich slag chicken being one of the best types of fertilizer to use to make the rich phyto grow and fluxed phyto grow and all those things for some of the crop making machines. But apparently, when a slag chicken creates an egg, it just has a chance to pop a rich slag chicken. I did not know that. So as I was going in here, working through, you know, it was still just the 111 chicken. I look in the small storage crate and I'm like, oh, there's a rich slag chicken egg in here. Now, obviously this chicken has not been breeding with any other chickens. There's no possible way for it to do so. And yet I have a rich slag chicken. So I'm like, sure, that saves me a few steps of raising up 2 1010 slag chickens and then crossbreeding them to get a rich slag chicken. So awesome. Makes my work a lot easier. But for now, we're going to go ahead and put these 1010 eggs in here, get them going. We'll start up with the rich slag chicken to get that started up. And then we'll set up our first crossbreed for the day. We are going to be working clay and sand can make a silicone chicken. We were doing that previously, but just didn't have any luck getting the actual chicken to be created. So we'll go ahead and set it back up for now. But yes, we take a look. Clay and sand can make a silicone chicken. Silicone is going to be used from some of the different computer things. Rumbly truck in the distance. Silicone wafers. Some of the, like I said, the computer components. Things for like refined storage and stuff. That's what we're going to need silicone for. We can get silicone in other ways, but I do want to have the chicken as well. All right. Chicken eggs be hatching. Chickens be crossbreeding. Let's go ahead and make some more progress here. Our thing that we're going to work on next is I want to make some storage to take with me to the Nether. Mainly because there's potentially going to be a lot of drops there that I want to get access to. If there's like a bunch of plants, I want to get some samples of them. So I want to make some backpacks or satchels to bring with. That way I can carry more stuff. I don't have to like end my trip early. So for the backpacks, beyond the forestry backpacks, which a lot of them don't have that many slots, and it takes some other machinery to make. The main backpacks are just these iron backpacks. You have the basic, the iron, the gold, and the diamond. But you also have upgrade emphasis and storage emphasis. Unfortunately, with the iron backpacks mod, there really is no upgrades. You can lock them to make sure that they don't disappear. You can lock them to make sure that no one else can use them, and you can put like a little health bar on them to show how full they are. But at the very least in this mod pack, there's no expansions to them, which is kind of weird. I mean, there's, all the storage upgrades for refined storage, but those don't work for it. So I figure I'll make one of each backpack just to show it off. But then I'm going to make the satchel that you can make. And I've got some upgrades I can use for that. So we're going to make two of the basic backpacks because it takes two, one for the upgrade emphasis and one for the storage emphasis. I just want to see what they look like. So basic backpack is wool, a chest, and leather. I have plenty enough chests. I can make more when needed. I have plenty of leather. And while I don't have a lot of wool, I can make some more wool with string, so that's not a big deal. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to make some backpacks here. Again, we're making two of the basic ones just so I can go down each pathway. And if we take a look, the basic backpack just has 2 rows of storage. Okay. We now have the iron backpack for for storage emphasis. Let's grab some iron. That should be more than enough iron for the moment. So we've got iron backpack, storage emphasis. And then we have iron backpack, upgrade emphasis, which we need these blank upgrades, which is paper, string, and sticks. Once again, easy enough to make. I don't have a lot of paper at the moment, but let's see. What's going to be the easiest way to get paper? I actually have some feather pulp downstairs in the grinders. When I was grinding up all of the different feathers that have been dropping from the chickens. Yeah, let's see. Feather meal plus a water bucket. Yeah, that becomes feather pulp. Okay. Easy enough to do. Let us head upstairs. We shall fill a bucket and get going. Keeping an eye on the chicken area. Let's grab a fluid tank, make some water, and make some paper. because I did use a ton of the paper that I had previously from the paper tree for all of the enchanted books for enchanting all of my things. Speaking of enchanted things, I went ahead and forced on the Silk Touch enchantment onto the other Diamond Paxel and renamed it to Basic Silky Paxel. Again, I'm not sure why in previous tests it was working and then all of a sudden it wasn't working. Who knows? But it's working now, and that's all I really care about. So we need to make feather meal. So do this a couple times, gets us some paper. Didn't mean to throw out the bucket there. Let's make this much feather pulp for the moment, and then if we cook the feather pulp, we get paper. We got the smelter here. Quickly and easily done. A nice basic amount of paper. All right. Back upstairs. We'll check on our chicken eggs, see if they're close to being hatched. Getting there. Just about there. We'll finish up this step and then go keep an eye on the eggs. We'll grab some sticks. And so we need to make, we've got the storage emphasis. We need the upgrade emphasis. We need the blank upgrade. And there we go. Upgrade emphasis. So we'll take a look at the 2 packs. 4 rows of slots. 3 rows of slots. And yeah, it has more upgrade points. Sure. Okay, then. Useful, I guess. But if we take a look at the actual Iron Backpacks mod, the only upgrades is damage bar. Adds a damage bar to visually represent how full the backpack is. Locks everything but the owner out of the pack. Adds an additional upgrade point. And then everlasting, keeps backpacks that have been dropped from despawning. Sure. There's no like stack upgrades as we saw in what was that mod pack? Vault Hunters or anything. It's not like we can suddenly gain a ton more storage or increasing the amount of items per stack. It's just, okay, you can lock the backpack or you can add extra storage points to it for reasons. Boop. There's our 1010 conductive iron chicken. Very nice. Oh, well, that little guy's getting ready to grow up. Hello, tin chicken. Grab some more seeds. Rich slag can go right there. Perfect. That'll be a nice little bonus. We have our 1010 tin, and we've got the aluminum here. Right. Need to go ahead and make some more 1010 eggs. So we have conductive iron. We have tin. Oop. We've got aluminium or aluminum, whichever way you'd like to say. And let's check on... Hey, we got a silicone chicken. Awesome. Very nice. It only took 3 breedings to get the silicone chicken. Very nice. Looks like it might have actually been the first one, but that's fine. Sometimes it happens quickly, sometimes it doesn't. So I think last time we did about a dozen breeding cycles and still didn't get one. So it's nice that this time it got it right away. Very nice. So we'll just wait for this breeding cycle to finish and we'll start up the next crossbreed. There we go. Okay. So clay chicken goes away, sand chicken goes away. We have the silicone chicken. Boop. And you can go right there. Let's see. I'm not worried about continuing these guys on right now. I will go ahead and get the next crossbreed. We shall put these chickens away. These can go into the dumpage chest, and we'll process them later, along with these chickens. Boop, boop. Okay, next crossbreed is silver and gold. We'll make electrum chickens. And I'm pretty sure that we have, yes, we got a silver chicken, and we got our gold chicken. That'll make electrum. All right. Gold and silver, please become electrum. All right. Back to the backpacks. We will head on over. So we've got, again, the storage emphasis and the upgrade emphasis. We now want to make gold. So we're going to put away the iron. Go ahead and turn this back into blocks. Grabbed a little too much, but that's okay. Boop, boop. Grab some gold. And we're going to make the, there we go, storage emphasis. And then for upgrade, we need another blank upgrade to make the upgrade emphasis. Let's take a look at these. So, yep, 5 rows, 6 rows. I think I'm just going to stick, if I want to use these kind of backpacks, I'm just going to stick with the storage emphasis, because what else are you going to do? Let me take a look in controls category. Okay. Yeah, for iron backpacks, open backpack, and equip or unequipped backpack, which is currently disabled apparently. Yep, that's it for iron backpacks. Okay. That's fine. I just wanted to see. Last but not least, we can go ahead and make the diamond tier ones, which is going to take some more chests and some diamonds, which we got plenty enough of anyway. All right. Storage emphasis. And then, boop. I need one more thing of paper. And we'll do 2 more just so we got some extra. Okay. Back downstairs, cook this up, and we'll make our final one of these backpacks. Then we'll start working on the satchels. Smelting. There we go. Plenty of paper. Got the extra blank upgrade. And there we go. Diamond backpack, upgrade emphasis. Diamond backpack, storage emphasis. So storage is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 rows. This one is 7 rows, but not as wide. So again, I think I'm going to go with the storage emphasis. I think we can put the backpack. Nope, that's side. Can it go in one of the slots? I might have to just keep it over here, but that's okay. There is the way to equip it, but it does say that it was disabled. So perhaps we can't use it in this mod pack. If that's the case, then that's okay. but we'll put away the upgrade emphasis one for right now. And go ahead and empty out our inventory, just to give us some more space. Drop off this. Get back in there. All right, good enough for the moment. So now we have a backpack that we can use to bring extra tools, bring extra materials, whatever we want. The next thing, if we take a look at the different storage, traveling storage, is the satchel from Thermal Expansion. There's the basic, hardened, reinforced, signalium, and resonant. Now, the only one that I can't make at the moment is resonant because it takes ender pearls to do, and I don't have ender pearls yet. We're going to see. But while we are making these, I do want to make some signalium. Signalium is not too difficult. All it takes is silver, copper, and some redstone. We can make that over here in the smeltery. So it's a 3-to-1. Got to remember this ratio here. Yeah. So 3 coppers, 1 silver, 10 redstone. So 3 coppers. We need 1 silver. And then 10 redstone. And that'll get us 4 pieces of signalium. So boop, boop, and boop. There we go. We're just going to let that all merge up together for a moment while we make the first set of satchels. Let's see. Basic satchel is going to be tin, leather, and any type of wool. Or you could... Oh, those are rock wool. Never mind. Rock wool are from specific kinds of sheep, which I've not encountered, so that's all right. We need wool, we need that, and we need tin. All right, easily done. We should have tin. Perfect. And now we have ourselves a basic satchel. It has 1 line of storage. It's a satchel. It'll let you carry more things. Will not store some objects. Interesting. Okay. So now to upgrade that to a hardened satchel, we're going to need tin nuggets and Invar ingots, which we should have. So tin nuggets and Invar ingots. Do I have any Invar already made up? No, it does not look like I do. Invar is 1 nickel to 2 iron. So I can just make that. Let's see, we'll need a couple tin nuggets. And then go back to here. 1 nickel, 2 iron. Or did I read that wrong? Just making sure. Yes, 1 nickel to 2 iron. Gotcha. So we've got some nickel in here. 1 nickel, 2 iron. Okay. Got the tin nuggets. Let's check on our signalium here. Let's see. Yep, we've got 4 molten signalium, and we still have some destabilized redstone. And 1 piece of redstone is 100. Let's, for the moment, pour out the signalium that we have. Two. Again, we don't need that much, thankfully enough. 3. And 4. Okay. 330 millibuckets of destabilized redstone. Gotcha. I think the easiest way for me to get that out of here for the moment is my signalium. Is I'm actually going to use... This should work. I've got a fluid tank here. I can place the fluid tank down like so. I can use this. Break the... There we go. And do I not have that on me right now? I don't. Let me go grab that real quick. There we go. Grab my configurator. And we should be able to pull the destabilized redstone. Perfect. There we go. Just for right now, I will use that to get the destabilized redstone out of there. And then later on, I will redo that formulation just to make sure I can get every bit of that material used correctly. Boop. Okay. 1 nickel and 2 iron. We'll let that smelt together. Have a nice taste of meaty stew. Let's see. Oh, that mechanical pipe can stay in there because that's the one I keep specifically for this setup. Boop. That's cooking. While that's cooking, let's go check on our crossbreed. See if we've got ourselves an Electrum chicken. Nope, just gold and silver. But this crossbreed is going to be finished soon, so let's see what happens. Hey, perfect timing. Look at that. All right. So we now have an Electrum chicken. Awesome. Go ahead and set you up. It's so it looks so much like butter. It looks like a butter chicken. All right, that crossbreed is now done. Very nice. Head back over, drop off these chickens, and we'll start up the next crossbreed. Boop, boop. Next up is copper and nickel for Constantan. So we have a copper chicken. We have a nickel chicken. And that'll make a Constantan chicken. Boop. And let those guys go. And we'll go grab our Ingvar. We should have, perfect, 3 ingots of Ingvar. Very nice. Now that I've made this on camera for you all, I can make up more of it off camera as needed, just to have it prepared ahead of time. My ore chest is getting very full, very, very full, especially with all the alloys that there are to make. I'm not even close to being done with all the alloys that there are to make. But in any event, we got the basic satchel. We are now going to make the hardened satchel. Very nice. Ooh, excuse me, 1 second. Ooh, sorry about that. Sudden cough. In any event, we go from the hardened satchel to the reinforced satchel. That takes electrum and invar nuggets. Well, wouldn't you know it, I have some electrum right here. And a single invar ingot to make the nuggets, to make the reinforced satchel. Boom. Reinforced satchel, we're up to 3 rows. So hardened is going to have 2 rows. Reinforced is going to have 3 rows. Now we go for the signalium. Let's make some electrum nuggets. We have our signalium ingots. And we make the signalium satchel. It has 4 rows. Why something that takes such quote-unquote advanced materials only has 4 rows of storage? I don't know. But, you know, 'tis modded Minecraft. But that's okay. Later on, we're definitively going to have the ability to be carrying around near infinite amount of things, because we'll have access to the we'll have access to the like the refined storage, portable storage, and we can just take that and use it anywhere. So we'll just have access to everything that we could ever want wherever we are, even across dimensions. Let's check our first crossbreed here just to see. Oop. Nope, just a copper chicken. That's all right. Not a biggie. Take a look at my list here. Working on that. Working on that. And working on that. Okay. I do believe, with that all being said and done, it is time for us to attempt to head to the Nether. So the crossbreeding chickens are going to keep doing their thing. The other chickens are going to just be laying eggs. Let's empty out the inventory a little bit. We'll bring some extra food. Top off our meaty stews. I'm not worried about a bow and arrow yet. I will bring them at some point, but not just yet. What enchantments, out of curiosity, can I put on these? I can put the holding enchantment on it. I don't know what exactly that does, but we'll test it out for next time. But if we take a look at our quest log, I do believe it's time to head to the Nether. While you're in the Nether, pick up some wither skeleton skulls. So let's see what happens. Let us grab some mob imprisonment tools. We've got 4 here. We can make 2 more. So let's go ahead and do so. We've got a little bit of plastic left. I don't think I had any more mob imprisonment tools anywhere. I have the extra ores right here in this chest for now, just to give myself a bit more visual room in here. So we're going to make those. Okay. We shall put away plastic. Yeah. Let's go. We've got ourselves a flint and steel. I do, since I ended up... Can I do that real quick? Yeah, I should have just enough materials to make. I wanted to make sure that I brought a fluid tank with me, so that way, in case I came across a bunch of lava, I could just pick it up. A, for extra power, waste not, want not, and B, just to make it easier to dig through all the netherrack. But I used both of the spare tanks that I had for water and the destabilized redstone. So let me just go ahead and make another ultimate fluid tank to have with me. Put that away. We need to do some obsidian and the ever important flint and steel. Okay. I'm pretty darn sure that this is not going to set the floor on fire. So for now, boop these blocks out. 1, 2, and 3. 2 and 3. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. And a boop. We have ourselves a handy dandy basic nether portal. Put the rest of the obsidian away. Let's light this and go to the nether for our very first time here in episode 20. Ta-da! Okay. Plenty of food. Not going to need any blocks because... Actually, you know what? I can grab some netherrack real quick just to have a building block there. I have no netherrack. Never mind. On we go. Off to the nether we go. Let's see what it looks like, because I'm honestly not sure. At the very least in this mod pack. Okay. It's a nether quart chicken. Look. Mine. Yay. Mob. Chicken's chicken. Look at so many chickens. There are so many chickens here. I should have brought my... I'm going to grab my chicken booper real quick. I'll be right back. Let me go grab my chicken booper. Because I want these chickens. I want to keep the... I want to keep the mob imprisonment tools for specific mobs. So let me grab my chicken stick. Chicken catcher. Yep. Nether quart chicken. Awesome. I'll be able to use that to make so many things. Glowstone, black quartz, glass, lava, osmium, and quartz enriched iron, which means eventually I'll be able to make a diamond chicken. So, yes. Perfect. I've got another quartz chicken. Got me another quartz chicken. That makes me happy. I wasn't sure if, like, going to the nether, if they would just spawn in the nether, if I'd have to, like, try and hatch a chicken in the nether, or what, but I got him. There we go. Oh, it looks like one of the chickens walked into the lava there. Bloop. So we've got ourselves some zombie pigmen. We've got the old school heat scar spiders that we've seen from way back in the day. Let's use the diamond backpack for now. And we'll just toss this stuff in here. We'll keep 3 of the mob imprisonment tools empty for now. Right there. So we've got nether draconium ore, nether prosperity ore. There are so many ores here that we'll need to get now. Nether infernium ore. Very nice. Let us go into... what is it? H? Nope, not H. J. Here we go. Let's put ourselves a waypoint right here. This is going to be... Overworld portal. Yes, we want the color to be straight white. And save. There we go. So now we'll be able to see where our nether portal is as we go exploring. Let's go ahead and grab some of this netherrack, just so we've got some as a building block if necessary. Okay, interesting. It says I can't harvest the Ardite ore. Even with a diamond paxel, I cannot harvest the Ardite ore. Oh, I got a smart chicken soul. Okay, that's from Draconic Evolution. Boop. So that is something I'll have to be careful. It is possible that there are some ores here in the Nether, even with a diamond paxel, that I cannot, that I can't get access to yet. I will have to look up and see how I may be able. Oh, I don't want the giant rotating beam. 1 second. Waypoints. We don't have any. There we go. That's better. The beam is helpful. I just don't want it right now. If I feel like I need it later on, I'll use it. Let's see. So we got some nether quartz ore here. That pops it into actual nether quartz. If we use our silk pickaxe, we get the block itself. Very nice. Part of me wants to try and harvest the Ardite ore, but it says harvestable is X, so I'm not gonna right now. I don't want to break the block and not be able to get it. Oh, another chicken walked over some stuff. Another Infernium ore. Lots of lava around. We've got the Soul Stone, which is for Mystic Agriculture. Cobbled Soul Stone and then regular Soul Stone, so that's good to keep in mind. We have the Dimensional Shard ore from RF Tools. Yep, I think, yeah, I can grind that up to get more drops. There we go. More Dimensional Shard ore. Just picking up little samples of stuff as I find it. But let's see if we can see anything on the map here. Looks like we can continue in this direction. There's plenty of enemies to our south. I don't see any hints of a fortress yet. It's saying we cannot harvest the cobalt. Okay, so can't do cobalt and can't do... well, never mind. There's some nether brick right above us, which... nether brick means there is a nether fortress right here. That is quite awesome. I was not expecting to be able to find another... honestly, I was not expecting to be able to find a nether fortress so fast. This, normally in my experience, unless I do like a crap ton of scouting or something ahead of time to be like, okay, I'm gonna put the portal right here kind of idea, I have to usually travel a fair distance to be able to find a nether fortress in most modded Minecraft. So the fact that I'm just, you know, in center base and I can plunk this down right here is very awesome. Oops. I hear a ghast. Reminding myself that I don't have the build outwards mod is not part of this mod pack. I'm like, I'm gonna build over there. Well, you can't. At least not that way. That can be a very useful mod if you play around with it for a bit. Oh, I made the advancement, a terrible fortress, because I got close enough for it to count as me now being within the fortress. Let's see. Hello, fortress. I should have probably brought some torches to mark my path, but that's okay. Let's see what kind of shenanigans we can get up to in here. Specifically, I'm looking for two things. I'm looking for a wither skeleton, so I can capture it with the mob imprisonment tool. Netherrack! I've got some netherrack. I'll be able to start making potions too. Very nice. That is awesome. This is a very good find. But what I was saying, I'm looking for the wither skeletons so I can capture them with the mob imprisonment tool and start getting access to... Hello, chicken. Zombie pigman chicken. Start getting access to the wither skulls. And I want to capture a ghast, so that way I can start making... I hear you, ghast. I hear you. I want to capture ghast so I can make ghast tears much more easily. All right. Zombie pigman. Oh my goodness. That heat scar spider. What are you doing, heat scar spider? That's... So I'm guessing that's what the spiders look like with googly eyes. We've got a soul sand chicken. Heck yeah. Chicken stick. Please and thank you. I will happily take that soul sand chicken. That is awesome. Okay then. Well, that's another good find right there. We've got the Ardite ore. We've got something flowing upwards? Question mark? Don't exactly know what that is, but okay. We've got the prosperity ore from mystical agriculture. Let's see. Oh, ender daisy and ender fragments. Nice. If I get enough ender fragments, I can start getting ender pearls. Very cool. Okay, I'm very glad that I made these storage thingies before I came in here. Get out of here, loot bag. You are useless. Okay, we got some glow shrooms. And up we go. Zombie pigman wearing a blue shirt, it looks like. Interesting. Let's see. We've got some ghostwood here. I'll take some ghostwood leaves. And we've got some ghostwood wood. There we go. I am trying very hard not to use the little vein mine key on like all of the netherrack to get all of the netherrack at once. All right. More of these ender daisies. I'm gonna see if I can find a way to grow these ender daisies. If that's a good way. Blaze! That's a good way for us to get ender pearls. Obviously, once we have... Hello? Hi there. Once we have access to endermen, that'll be a very good way to get ender pearls. But also, I like having other try that again. I enjoy having other methods of doing other things as well. It's a ghast! A ghast! It's a ghast! And oh, come on. Yoink! I got him! We have ourselves a ghast. Go away, baby heat scar spider. You do not scare me, for I have a ghast. I am a ghast with a ghast in my mob imprisonment tool. That is a very great find. Let's go ahead and yoink this magma cube. Boop. Thank you. We have a lava slime. Oh, the lava slime. So, lava slime. Ghast. I would really like to find a wither skeleton to add to my mob imprisonment tools before I leave. I will go ahead and grab the blue glow shroom. Use our multi-jump ability here. I might capture a heat scar spider. There's not much that I would need from them, although again, for 100% completion, I'd want to grab one just to be on the safe side. They're moving a little herky-jerky, but that's okay. Okay. So we do have blazes. Hails blazes. And in fact, yoink. Thank you. I don't want to destroy the spawner because I want to make sure I have access to more in case. There we go. Oh, look. Very nice. We have some regular old mushrooms. I have not actually gotten any mushrooms yet. Any regular mushrooms. Good old giant lake of lava. When I find a way to drain the lake of lava, this is going to be a ton of power. Just an absolute tonnage of power. Okay. So we've got lava slime, ghast, and blaze. I could grab the zombie pigmen, but the zombie pigmen do tend to be everywhere. So it's not as big of a deal for me to not get a zombie pigman right now. If I can find a wither skeleton, I might grab the zombie pigman as the last one, but we'll see. For the moment, I'm just kind of going through this nether fortress, which is really awesome that I found. Let's use my fortune paxel and just go boop. There we go. Got some ghostwood saplings. All right. Switch back to Soap Touch. Ooh. Grabbed all that soul sand. Very nice. Just yoinked it all up. Oh, that's going to be a nice amount of soul sand for me to be able to sieve later on, just in case I still need more gas tiers and haven't had much of a chance to get them. Very nice. Okay. Back to the fortress we go. Up. More chicken poops. Again, I am very glad that these nether quartz chickens were just spawning right here. Makes my job much easier. Go ahead and put away, or put the chicken stick to the side. Excuse you, Blaze. How dare you fire from way the heck over there? All right, let's take a look. There's a Blaze, and here's some purple glow shrooms. Getting nice samples of... There's a wither skeleton. A mighty wither skeleton. With a bow, as a matter of fact. Hi. Hello. Oh. Greetings, wither skeleton. May I introduce you to mob imprisonment tool? We've... Hi. Go that way. We've got a wither skeleton captured in our mob imprisonment tool. Right there. And we've got 2 left over. So we'll probably use one for a pigman and then one for probably a heat scar spider in that case. These soul sand chickens have such a weird face. Looks so weird. Bounce, bounce. A compressed blaze. Well, you know. Oh. Interesting. Don't see those compressed mobs very often. I don't know. I'm going to put this one right here. This is going to be the compressed blaze. I want to see if it's possible to generate more of those in the mob grinder. Because if so, that's going to be very interesting for like, well, I need blaze. Here's a compressed blaze. You kill one. The compressed mobs, what they usually do is when you kill one, it summons a bunch of other ones just right where you're at. So you go from a blaze to a compressed blaze to having a bunch of blaze around you. Spawns like, you know, let's say 5. So, oh, excuse me. If I can create, if I can just generate the compressed blaze as the basic blaze, that then gets me a ton more blaze per generation, essentially. Bounce. We've got some more Infernium ore. Yep, I've still got my silk pickaxe, or silk paxel, I should say. There we go. Oh, hi, hello. Oh, trick shot. Let's do. Would you, Blaze? You are not a part of this conversation. I'm letting you know that you are not part of this conversation. Hello. Okay. So we've got a nether creeper here, which we're gonna go snag. But we also have a, okay, so it's the blaze, it's the nether scar spider wearing a hat, but because the spider is so much larger, the hat is so much larger. Nitro creeper, yoink. Thank you. Just, I hear the hiss and like, okay, in quickly. There we go, nitro creeper. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to grab, oh, I got another hat, nice. I'm not going to be able to grab the heat scar spider at the moment. I will need to make more, do you mind, do you mind, do you mind, do you mind, and do you mind? I'm not going to be able to make more of the, there we go. I'm getting so much XP from these guys. They're bouncing me all over the place and I don't care. Thank you. I'm going to be able to make more gas tiers with all the soul sand. To be able to then make more mob imprisonment tools. Blaze, once again, you are not part of this conversation. Go away. Yeah, and then I'll be able to come back. Excuse me, come back and grab the heat scar spider. Oh. Sudden bounces. Thank you for the Ender Daisy. I will again have to see if I can grow these somehow, because that would be really helpful. They do have a progress meter. I'm guessing that means the progress until they drop another Ender fragment? Don't quite know. We got some nether draconium ore. That'll be useful for when I start getting into the draconic evolution stuff. Even with a silk paxel, or even with a diamond paxel, efficiency 5, it actually takes a good half second to break those. Those will show you how tough they are. But that's fine. Ooh, we got ourselves a big tree here. Let's take a look. This is a blood tree. Interesting. Should be able to get some samples here. Let's see. Let's use our fortune paxel. Whee! Cool. I got some bloodwood saplings. And then bloodwood itself. Just go right through. There we go. Right. We got some green glow shroom. Thank you. Nice amount of glow shrooms there. Let's see. Now, I am not invincible. I am pretty resilient to the lava, but I do want to point out the fact that I'm not invincible. I don't have any fire resist potions. I do have, you know, protection 4 on all of my stuff, and it's all diamond gear. So that will afford me some protection. 3, 4. So I'll have to be very careful kind of going over the this lava lake. 1, 2, 3. the magma cube here with the googly eyes. Every time it bounces upwards, the Google eyes stretch. That's funny. Get some more chicken drops because I can. Hi, spider. Hello. Yes, spider. Yes, you are very frightening. Yes, you are. You are so frightening. There we go. Put all this away for the moment. Our first backpack is getting a wee bit full. I'm guessing there's a standard chicken here because probably a zombie pigman riding a chicken spawned and it just happened to spawn as a regular chicken. We do have some thorn vines here. Let's see. I don't have my... Yeah, I don't have my shears with me right now. But that's okay. I can always come back later on and get a sample of that. I am also very glad that these chickens are spawning... Oh, I got googly eye hat. I am glad that these chickens are spawning with some regularity here in the Nether. I was honestly a little concerned that it was gonna take, you know, a good bit of to-do to be able to get access to... Sorry about that little mini stutter there for a second. Probably generating the next area. Yeah, that's more nether quartz chicken. I thought I was gonna have to like do a big to-do of like either throwing some eggs here in the nether to try and get lucky with hatching a baby chicken in the nether, or perhaps build a nest in the nether to then try and get the nether specific chickens, but apparently not. You are just able to do that. They just spawn here, which is awesome. I will definitely take more mushrooms. Be able to use that for a good many things. And I see some bushes over here. These are, I believe, some of the bushes that I've already gotten previously from sieving. Yep, these are the skyberry bushes, which, like I said, I'm pretty sure I already have, but I'll take some just to be on the safe side. Okay. The giant lake of lava below me. I do believe I want to try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Made it! I do believe I want to go ahead and get back to my nether portal and call this episode good. 1, 2, 3, land. Perfect. Get some more drops from these chickens. Hi, gas. I hear you. Boop. 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 Hey, return to sender. Very nice. So I got a ghast head And I got some more gas tiers. Very nice. Okay. Let's take a look-see. Portal is this direction. I'm not sure if I want to anchor the Nitro Creeper, but I should be able to, at the very least, bounce it back before it actually explodes, if I'm careful. They just look very strange with their googly eyes. Let's see. Nope. That's fine. Yeah, they're so-called nitro because they blow up incredibly fast. But that's okay. But would you looky here, we've managed to find another portal. All right, and we've got ourselves a heat scar spider that's wanting to do some combat. Hi, Sir Pigmonst. There we go. Go ahead and get its drops because we can. Hi. The googly eyes on the heat scar spiders is just ridiculous. Giving like the 8 googles. All right. Do I want to fight a zombie pigman to cap off the episode? They're not going to do much damage to me, obviously. You got yourself a top hat. Oh, an Abraham Lincoln hat. That's cute. All right. Yeah, we are just going to go ahead and head back to the overworld and call this episode good. I'm going to show this off as the very last thing that I do. Let's head through the portal. There we go. I am going to go ahead and, just to be on the safe side, break the portal. Just because I don't want there to be any chance of creatures coming through the portal, or perhaps if like the nether starts to spread out from where the portal is. This whole area is made of wood and leaf blocks and will burn very easily. So I'd rather not have this whole place go up in flames. I do want to check real quick. Nope, still just copper and nickel. I don't think they were actually breeding while I was in the nether, because I think this area is technically unloaded. But I will show you as the last thing before we take care of that last crossbreed what I've been working on. So I did say before that for right now I'm going to have all the machinery and generators here in this first basement, the power basement. I did go ahead and dig out a second basement here using the big tile. It's StoneBlock. Big tile for the roof, the stone bricks for the walls, and then these small tiles for the floor, lit up as well. This is going to be the primary machinery basement. This is where all of the different machines are going to go when it's time to actually fully start laying them out and making all the big stuff. And then down here, ooh, excuse me. Down, hi, Mr. Endermill. You are really not supposed to be able to be spawning down here, but I guess you can. So we'll go ahead and give you a boop. Thank you. Infinity booster card and a Frienderman pearl, but we got Enderman. We got Ender pearls, so that's awesome. In any event, what this is going to be this is going to be the mob spawning floor. This is going to be where I put all of the mob grinder machines, the mob generator, all of that stuff is going to go down here. And that's why I'm creating all of these mob imprisonment tools to be able to make a full grinder setup. But yeah, I do believe that is going to be everything. I'm going to continue digging out the mob grinding floor off camera, just get it decorated in terms of like what the walls are and stuff. I'm not going to like actually make the machines and everything. I'll be making on camera. And then I will make that setup. We'll be able to start generating drops from all of the different creatures from the Nether. We'll probably go back to the Nether a few times to capture any other modded creatures, vanilla creatures that are there, get access to their drops. And then from there, start working our way to heading towards the end. There is some more prep that we will have to do for the end because things like the Dragon's Breath, I'm going to need a few stacks of bottles to make sure that I can capture plenty of Dragon's Breath. There's going to be making sure that I get the materials to respawn the dragon if I want to respawn the dragon, if I want to try and capture the dragon, if that's possible. Plus, with the fact that there's no actual strongholds in StoneBlock, I do have to go through the process of creating, I think it's called like the Ender Cake, that then takes me to the end and then back. I should be able to... Honestly, what I should do is at some point before I go to the end, I should create a bed to set my spawn point. Not that I'm ever going to sleep, but just to set my spawn point. So that way, when I get back from the end, going through the end portal, it'll spawn me at the bed and not... Well, even the world spawn is set to be in the center of center base here. It is, the world spawn is sent to be like right there. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue, but that's going to be for next time. But until next time, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you have a good day and good game. More nickel chickens, more copper chickens. That's all right. Have a good one.